Hi, James Hayes, Don's Appliances, Canonsburg. Today I'm joined by Rob Sobek,
Hi.
also from Don's Appliances, Canonsburg here. And today we're going to talk a little bit about a class of like luxury appliances that are maybe a bit more approachable, affordable luxury, if you will. And we were just kind of discussing a little bit beforehand some of the things that are out there. And one brand that kind of came up and maybe comes up a lot when we think about this is Thermador, as a brand that you can really approach. And you can spend a whole bunch of money with Thermador, but then also they have very, very approachable product lines and very reasonable, especially if you start looking at kitchen packages.
Well, they started this whole narrative of leap into luxury, trying to reach that customer that maybe was looking at what we would call like a mass premium line that you could get at a big box store or something like that, and being near that price point. So they introduced their freestanding refrigerator. They've got their 5-burner 30-inch gas range. They're doing over-the-range microwaves. They have a much more approachable single and double wall oven. So they really are trying to market to, not market down necessarily, but try and capture a clientele that they weren't getting before, that maybe you can step someone up from a midline like a KitchenAid or like a Bosch and get into that Thermador package for around the same cost and still get, a premium product, a premium warranty, 2-year warranty versus one, and be around that same price point.
Sure. And then the other two brands that I often kind of put in that same sort of level, Genair and Monogram, they have some very similar options available, freestanding refrigeration options, over-the-range microwaves.
Freestanding ranges too.
Freestanding ranges. And then they have some really great promos that make them very approachable. So all great brands to take a look at. Actually, those new Genair freestanding ranges are actually pretty sharp. I actually like those a lot.
As close to professional as you can get in a freestanding range, definitely. In the way of the feature set, the build quality, it's all there, definitely.
Yeah. And then, even some of the higher end brands, though, you start looking at like brands like Miele or Wolf, and yeah, some of that is, I wouldn't necessarily classify as affordable luxury, but they have certain pieces within the lineup that, Miele, their dishwashers, you don't have to spend $5,000 on a dishwasher with them. They have great products starting around $1,300, and they still have the same kind of premium components as the more expensive counterparts. Just more simplified. They still advertise the same 20-year lifespan. Wolf, I think the Wolf cooktop, the 30 and 36-inch gas cooktops are my go-to. Usually the question I ask is, how soon do you want to replace this product?
Right.
Yeah, and they're really not astronomically more than other competitors out on the market.
A Wolf cooktop is right around close to the average price point of our average gas cooktop sale. A Miele dishwasher can be right around that average price point of our average dishwasher sale. So affordable luxury, when you're talking about packages, some brands are definitely marketing towards that. Whereas others, they're really trying to focus on the product types where they can hit that price point but still deliver the kind of quality that they want to.
Yeah, 100%. And then even, around this here, we have the Signature Kitchen Suites, which is LG's kind of luxury brand. And it's only available at select retailers. But, they have some really interesting kind of freestanding pieces available that are, when you start piecing it together, very reasonable once you kind of include rebates and other things into it. And it's a good product. It comes with a good warranty.
Right.
So
yeah, you can get into Signature and be below 5 figures on a 4-piece package. You can be in a very, very high-end kitchen as well, moving over to built-in refrigeration and built-in cooking or pro-style ranges. So they appeal to everyone, a lot like the Genair, a lot like Monogram, a lot like Thermador. They can fit a price point, or you can go really, really over the top with them as well. So they can go to really any client at the end of the day.
100%. And then, I don't know what have you been seeing kind of like trend-wise in those styles of kitchens?
I would say that the trend, especially since around 2020, I would say, luxury appliances, I believe, have gone up in the last 3 years versus the prior 3. But then you've seen it go down from 2022 to 2023, roughly about 30%.
Yeah.
So affordable luxury is more important now than ever, not because of trying to get those sales numbers up, but because of people are trying to be a little bit wiser with their money, and be a little bit and spend a little bit smarter. So I don't think it's changed. The demand for luxury, I don't think it's changed, but I believe the demand for affordable luxury is much higher than it ever has been.
Agreed. And I feel like a lot of my customers, when they initially come in, don't realize how affordable some of these brands could really be.
Oh
Until-
yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, I've had people get blown away. A comparative quote under the same umbrella of looking at KitchenAid versus Gen Air, of looking at Bosch versus Thermador, and they're blown away at what such a small margin of difference between them in the way of cost.
Sure,
Definitely.
100%. Yeah. If you're coming in kind of a la carte and just buying them piece by piece, for sure it can be quite a bit more. But if you're doing a package, I mean, Thermador right now, you buy the range, you get a free dishwasher. You buy the freestanding refrigerator, they'll give you another piece free or even half off under counter refrigeration. Like it's phenomenal. Like
Yeah.
nobody else does it.
We really could steal marketing from Giant Eagle. Buy two, get two free.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what Thermador's end game has been, is product, and then where conversely, Gen Air and GE Monogram, a lot of their promotions are really fixated on like a credit up front, opposed to you get a free appliance or get a credit. So it's very flexible, unlike it's not just fixed on you get this when you buy this.
Yes.
So I've found a lot of customers, merging some Gen Air product or some Monogram product with some other brands that maybe aren't as high end, that weren't as important to them. So
Sure.
they spent where it was most important for them.
Yeah, and with the price, I mean, I just priced out cabinetry the other day. It's through the roof. So by the time you go and buy the rest of your kitchen stuff, I think to your point, people are like, they have to kind of pick and choose where they spend their money, and that's it is those sorts of brands. How do I want to say it? Very a lot more approachable than a lot of people realize, I guess. I just keep touching on that same point, but at the end of the day, that's the case.
Right, and that brings up a great point in that here at Don's Appliances, we aren't afraid to approach the topic of budget, and that's generally one of the first questions that I ask. And a lot of people, the answer is they don't know.
Sure.
So because they don't know what things cost, they haven't bought appliances in 10, 20, 30 years. That comes up every day.
Sure. I had a customer here yesterday coming in for an OTR. I thought she was going to spend $2,000 on it over the range
microwave.
Oh yes, apologies. And I was like, not even close. We can definitely do way better than that. So, but yeah, I feel like those sorts of brands are things that we carry everything. So if you're looking for entry level or premium, like mass KitchenAid, cafe, or you want to start looking into that leap into luxury or super high end, we have it all here at Dawn's.
Right.
So,
absolutely.
And if you want to know a little bit more about it, obviously Rob would love if you came down to saw us here at Canonsburg.
Make an appointment.
Yeah. But if you don't want to come all the way down to Canonsburg, you can definitely log on to dawnsappliances.com. And we have a lot of information there. You can kind of see a lot of this and get some ideas.
And if you don't get what you need from dawnsappliances.com, we have a live chat team on dawnsappliances.com. When the bubble pops up, there's a person on the other side that know everything that we know. So go ahead and log in.
All right.